In the balmy haze of a Los Angeles evening on August 15, 2025, where the sunset bled orange over the Hollywood Hills and the distant roar of the 405 freeway underscored the city's relentless pulse, Prince Harry arrived at the CBS television city studios for his debut on Real Time with Bill Maher, a high-stakes crossover blending British royalty with American satire that had been hyped across late-night circuits as the ultimate culture clash. Harry, at 40, exuded a blend of rugged charm and guarded poise in a slim-fit navy blazer over a white Oxford shirt, his ginger hair artfully tousled from a day of polo practice in Santa Barbara, his blue eyes reflecting the layered legacy of his post-Megxit life, from the raw confessions of Spare and the Netflix docuseries that had polarized the globe to his steadfast Invictus Games expansions and Archwell's mental health crusades, here to discuss a new memoir addendum on transatlantic tensions and quiet diplomacy. Bill Maher, the 69-year-old provocateur whose HBO staple had skewered sacred cows for 3 decades with his atheist wit and centrist left barbs, lounged in the studio's dimly lit green room nursing a whiskey neat, his signature sneakers and casual button-down belying the intellectual gladiator beneath, the live audience of 500, a mix of Hollywood liberals, comedy connoisseurs, and curious royal watchers, buzzing as the red light blinked on at 10 p.m. E.T., the set minimalist with a long wooden desk flanked by flags and a glowing, overtime sign, Bill kicking off with his trademark monologue roasting election absurdities before introducing Harry with a smirk. Folks, from the House of Windsor to the House of Netflix, give it up for the people's prince, Harry. The applause thundered as Harry settled into the guest chair, the banter flowing initially with Bill praising Spare's candor. You spilled more tea than a Boston Harbor protest, Harry chuckling modestly about fatherhood with Archie and Lilibet, sharing a light anecdote on Meghan's American Riviera jams turning family dinners into royal spreads. But as the panel segment loomed with guests like a conservative pundit and a feminist author, Bill pivoted sharply to the royal rift, quipping, Harry, you ditched the crown for California, brave or just bored? Spare us the frostbite tales, what's the real beef with Willie and Pa? Is it thrones or just sibling snark? The audience tittered, but Harry's smile tightened, his voice measured. Bill, families heal privately, I've extended olive branches, but publicity isn't the plaster. The heated argument ignited when Bill, leaning into his atheist edge, probed Harry's faith-fueled philanthropy, olive branches. More like olive branches dipped in Netflix sauce. You preach mental health while jetting private, hypocrite or just human? And that God stuff in Spare, Diana's halo or Harry's halo sigh. Laughter swelled from sections of the crowd, but Harry's jaw clenched, his retort slicing through, hypocrite. I've served under fire in Helmand while you serve snark from safety. Mock my mother's memory or my service, and this isn't comedy, it's callous. Undeterred, Bill doubled down with a grin, service. Spare me, your tour was a taxpayer-funded tantrum. You're the woke warrior who bailed on duty for D-list deals. Face it, kid, you're not the Spare, you're the scapegoat we all love to hate. Gasps mingled with guffaws as the panelists chimed in, the feminist guest defending Harry's vulnerability, the pundit nodding at Bill's jabs, Harry rising slowly, microphone cord taut, love to hate. That's the tabloid toxin I fled. If this is your real time, Bill, my time's up, good night. The studio erupted in chaos as producers signaled frantically, 2 security guards approaching with firm politeness to escort him off amid a roar of mixed cheers and jeers, Bill unfazed, ad-libbing into the camera, well, that's one way to end overtime, royally flushed. Backstage, Harry's aide handed him a water bottle, phone exploding with Meghan's incoming video, you were brilliant, head high, love. The clip went nuclear online within heartbeats, #Harry kicked off Maher trending with 25 million views by credits roll, royal watchers decrying Bill's boorish bullying, Sussex supporters memeing the exit with Spare covers, while Maher fans hailed it as peak punch-up. HBO's streams crashed from influx, advertisers from Patagonia to his wine brand pausing amid the polarizing pulse, Bill's post-show scotch with panelists laced with glee, gold, he walked right into it. Harry, en route to LAX in a blacked-out SUV, exhaled into the leather, the argument a stinging echo of Buckingham betrayals yet fueling his fire for Invictus's LA bid. Subplots simmered in the storm. A young veteran viewer tweeting solidarity, spiking donations 200%, Bill's writer leaking pre-show notes on royal roast angles, and Harry's midnight call to William, a rare thaw amid the thorns. The video script captured the combustion in cinematic cuts, slow motion of Harry's resolute rise, intercuts of Afghan flashbacks and Maher's monologue montages, dialogues crackling with contrarian cadence, themes of exile's edge threading like a barbed crown. As stars prick the Pacific sky, Harry's jet soared eastward. The kicked off chronicle not a crown's fall but a call to arms, bridging his bifurcated worlds with unbowed grace, every zinger a zenith for broader reckonings on royalty's ragged robe. Extended layers unfurled pre-tape tremors, Harry's meditation against mockery, Bill's producer pitch for provoke the prince, and post-clash cascades, from TMZ tip-offs to triumph toasts, a mosaic as multifaceted as a monarch's mirror, resonant with the rift of reinvention. The relentless dawn chorus of Los Angeles media mavens broke with a vengeance the morning after Prince Harry's seismic severance from real time, with Sunset Boulevard screens scrolling, royal reckoning, Maher boots Harry after brutal beef. And X feeds fracturing into a 40 million post frenzy by 11 a.m., clips of the prince's clipped departure remixed on TikTok with God Save the Queen, ironic drops, transmuting the desk into a dueling ground of ducal dignity versus demagogic digs. In his Brentwood bunker, Harry paced sunlit terrazzo over matcha and mango, Meghan on FaceTime from Montecito with the kids' artwork as anchor, her voice velvet, you owned your truth, they're the ones exposed. His team, a cyclone of comms czars and counsel, parsed the pandemonium, a 300% surge in memoir addendum alerts, Archwell's therapy fund inflows tripling, greenlighting a poised post, real-time demands real respect, grateful for platforms that provoke progress, not pain. At HBO's Sunset Hub, Bill savored black coffee in a corner suite, execs eyeing 60% viewership vaults but blanching at a 40% sponsor scramble from Everlane to his club soda line, his cold open a cheeky mea non culpa. Last night, Harry showed royals can run hot, me. I just stir the pot. Who's next? Camilla, eliciting edgy cheers amid #MarMeToo from monarchy mockers. Legal leviathans loomed. Harry's California litigators, sharpened on tabloid takedowns, teed up a $50 million libel leviathan over the scapegoat, slings mangling his military medal, briefs bearing producer playbooks for woke warrior wax to whip weekend warriors. Sentiments splintered like shattered scepters. Progressive podcasts on Pod Save America praised Harry's poised pushback, conservative corners on the Daily Wire whooped Bill's woke whack a mole, fence sitters petitioning 2.5 million signatures for a rematch with rules. Subplots stewed in the stewpot. The pundits' private praise for Harry's grit leaking to page 6, a Maher intern, a Diana devotee, anonymously amplifying Invictus, and viral vignettes sinking the showdown to the crown tosses. The video script summoned the squall in staccato symphonies, splintered newsreels racing recaps, Harry's canyon hike intercut with Bill's beachside banter, voiceovers vivifying the vice of satire's scalpel, slicing sincerity from sovereigns. Harry's helix heightened in polo pivots, penning passages on provocation as prism, while Bill brooded in barstool confessions on poking princes perilously. Bi-weekly blaze, the writ withered in a $20 million settlement seating veteran voice amps, but the bedrock buckled, Harry's addendum ascended Amazon apexes, real-time's rundowns rebounded on royal retrospectives. Stretched soliloquies from sworn statements spotlighted Harry's halcyon rebuttals, snark scars survivors, hearth scenes in Santa Barbara scripting serenity for the Sprogs, luminary lifts from Clooney's guarded gallantry to Clooney's quippy kinship. Ripples roared, brand retreats rebuffed by Harry's harmony hubs, digital discourses dissecting, Duke deflections, afresh. In this intermission's inferno, the script surged via tribunal torques, social sieges, and subtle salves, a signed spare from Bill, distilling the heated argument, as Harry's homeland hymn abroad, transmuting ousting into Odyssey, a chronicle where quips clashed with quests and kindled kinships kindle in satire's searing spotlight. As the amber hush of a Montecito autumn settled by November 2025, the thorns from Prince Harry's Maher melee had thawed into tapestries of truce and transcendence, recharting realms from HBO hot seats to humanitarian horizons, with the memoir addendum etching eternal on evergreen lists and Invictus's Pacific push-pulling platinum donors in a $150 million milestone, Archwell's reconciliation roundtables roping royals for rare rapport. The Accords alms amplified HBO's Discourse Den, guest-guarded GAB fests on grit garnering 65% surges, Bill and Harry clasping for a crossover colloquy on Clash to Clarity, their fireside fray of feisty families, fetching 30 million, Bill toasting, to spares who spare no punches, slaint, your highness. Harry's hearth at 41 burgeoned, California coastlines with Meghan mapping mango orchards, Archie's archery aims laced with lessons from the lounge, his quartet spare echoes teasing tracks tempered in the tussle. Faithful fused under #Harry Heels, his Emmy embrace enunciating, ejected from desks, but enthroned in dialogue, gracias to the gadfly who goaded my grace. Subplots seemed seamlessly. The intern's amplification burgeoned to a benefit broadcast, the feminist guest co-chaired a media manners mixer, and guards from the gaff guested at a gala, gushing Harry's grit. The video script soared in symphonic splendor, montages of marquee majesties and Malibu mists, Harry's harp-strummed hymns voiced over Bill's baritone banter, validating Vindication's verse, his valediction, arguments anneal alliances, but authenticity anchors all. Bill's locus crested in a legacy lecture on, probe with punchlines, harvesting heart from hubris. As 2026 beckoned, Harry's halo-honed heritage acts on hybrid healings, real time's quill-quickening kinder quips. Extrapolated epics espied evolutions, Harry's Highland helm on heritage hybrids, Bill's Jubilee jam with Sussex serenades, a broadcast brotherhood blooming benevolent. The Odyssey, from fractious flay to felicitous firmament, surmounted the title's tempest with tonic timbre, avowing that even evictions engender empires of empathy in entertainment's echoing expanse.